identify what are the most essential so that we can come up where are our formatives and what are things that we have to have kids to know so that we can move forward. And then we have Chris here with the calculus team just to kind of tell us like what's absolutely necessary, some of that vertical alignment. So if we look at our data from last year, we looked at some comparisons from 2017 to 2018 at the bottom. Overall, they're doing really, really good. The lowest part for them was rationals. So what we really need to figure out is what's absolutely essential with those rational functions, because obviously we need a formative. We need some more checks in that area before we move on.
I think that there's just so much to grabbing them that they have a hard time. So I don't know if there's a way of scaffolding it a little bit differently, because there's just so much that.
I know in algebra too, it's the unit that we do at the end of the year, and so it tends to be if we run out of time, what do we take out of the rationals unit?
So we know that we need to be fed rationals, like something's not clicking. From a calculus perspective, what's a must?
Talk about asymptotes.
Okay.
Asymptote vertical, asymptotes horizontal.
So understanding the difference.
Oblique,
calculate.
honestly, I could care less about oblique.
Okay.
That means,
Why?
because really all oblique is telling you is what the end behavior is.
Okay.
And you can test that other ways, like you don't need to sit and find an equation of a vertical.
To find the equation. So it's important to know that you might have an oblique, but to identify what the equation is not.
So on a formative then.
Yeah, let's go to
let's
formatives
build
for
our
rational.
formative.
So for our rational functions, like what is absolutely essential?
So asymptotes.
So not an emphasis on oblique. Like they should know that it happens, here's when it happens, here's what it tells us.
Then it
Right.
actually could follow
That line.
a line, but
So that would be
essentially to
something-
do long division to figure that out, I don't think that's.
So something we should cover in class. Something we should
Yeah.
go over and talk about, but not necessarily something that we need to assess there
I don't,
because of the longevity.
I don't think so. But
What do they need to be able to do? At what level with asymptotes do we need them? I'm gonna put holes there too.
Yeah.
They need to recognize it, you have to factor,
They have to be able to understand the
the
difference
difference
and
between a
compare.
whole and a vertical asymptote and why.
Well, I think that's the big thing too, is why. Can they tell us, not just memorizing that you do this to be able to find it, but why do we have to set, the bottom equal to 0 to
So
find
on
the
our
vertical?
formative, it's not enough to just have them find it. We need them to be able to explain
Explain it.
why. Because obviously something's not clicking.
Yeah, and I think that might be the disconnect.
Yeah, and I wouldn't get into like right now why bottom heavy, same heavy, top heavy works.
Yeah.
Because that's more
It's
calculus.
a
Right.
limit.
There are two rational functions. Explain what do they have in common and what's different about them. That's high level.
Yeah, I like that.
We really need them to compare and explain why and all of that stuff at this level.
and have it so that one of the, that's really visual. I
Yeah.
feel like I've done it, but I don't think it's been an emphasis.
Yeah.
So in our
maybe-
lesson,
Yeah.
as we teach it, we need more. So really, like we said, we need to spend more time here. Because we do see this a lot in calculus.
We do.
When we create our formative, it needs to be about explaining why, understanding the difference, and comparing. That's really what the formative is. That's how we'll know that they can graph them separately and deal with that. And then as we teach it, we'll talk about oblique. Won't necessarily be an emphasis, but so that they know that happens with top heavy, bottom heavy, same heavy. I don't think we spent much time on. Well, you know what we did with rationals? We did that 3 groups. You
Right.
become the expert, you become the expert, you become the expert, and then they teach each other.
Right, so maybe.
I think that's okay opener, but I think we
to
even
come
wrote a comment. Not sure the jigsaw is working.
up,
What are we missing? How do we get more kids to retain the information?
Right.
So that's from last year. So I think we can still do that jigsaw, but then we gotta follow through with more comparing and analyzing what that means and why. Like you were saying, Shelby, they gotta be able to answer why. So we gotta add another day. rationals. But we might be able to get rid of something. So for
Graphing,
polynomials,
things like that.
graphing based off descriptions,
Cause I think off an equation, they're pretty
yes.
good
Yeah.
with that.
And they do that in algebra too.
Right, they look at the zeros.
They look at the
and
zeros and they can find that. What were you gonna say, Shel?
Oh, I'm just looking at problem number 4, and at least A and B, we go through, that's an expectation for algebra 2. I would argue that probably does not need to be an emphasis.
So we should cover it, remind them this property's there.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that, I was looking at C.
yeah, that
That's a
is
hard
That's
maybe,
what takes it to the next.
To the
level.
next
that's what
level.
goes to the next level, we don't do that.
So so that question is applying transformation.
Go over to complex polynomials.
Oh yeah, complex polynomials,
That's fine.
94%.
Yeah, so basically
But look at
page
the year
1
before.
is really
79%
strong.
the year before.
So we must have did something different.
I think we spent more time on it. Or we just wrong teaching. So when we make our formative, the level we need to get them at, do we need to put more emphasis with that, knowing for BC?
I honestly don't think you need a test on it. I think you just need to see it.
Just see it?
So we can take that off.
So we-
So then at least when we go
Okay.
over that, when we're doing integrals,
We're
I
like,
say
oh, wait,
decomposition, partial fraction, I go, oh,
we talked about
we
that.
talked about it. Like
So it's not
that's,
important that they master that.
No.
So I'm just gonna put like introduce,
anytime you see a hard quadratic or something like that on an
it's gonna be
calc,
nothing that's, they're not pretty nice.
it's on the,
So,
it's on the calc part, and they can quickly use the solve command, get their points, all good.
So
Because they
really,
can focus on the problem, and the depth of the problem, not
The algebra.
the algebra of the problem, the procedural stuff.
so really what you're telling us is we need to let that go. Just say it, let it
It's up to you.
just let it go.
I can let it.
I
I
can
feel
let
like
it go.
I feel like we're
It's
just talking
gone.
about that.
Going, gone. But we still need to focus, especially if modeling we know, based off our SATs data that we got,
Yeah.
that it's the perseverance and the problem solving.
Yeah.
Like, that's where that quadratic stuff is gonna come in. We narrowed some stuff down though,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll be able to fix our timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through it kind of based off what we said, kind of fix it, like we did our last unit. Know when we'll schedule when we're gonna do our formative, so we're gonna have 3 formatives. I think that's a good number.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
So this is formative 1, formative 2, formative 3, those are the big ideas. Let's see how the process of formatives and only feedback worked for our first unit. And then we can
And then
come
make
back,
that
but we
decision.
do know that we're gonna have these formatives,
Right.
for sure. And time to respond to them.
Yes.
So
Then you
I'll
can-
put in our lessons to analyze regressions.
But we don't maybe need to test it.
Well, we don't need to test it.
I don't know, we don't.
That's
Those
just
ones
that
that I
I'd rather
know,
their homework was those problems.
you seem closing the fence.
But we also have to think about that though, because we also have homework as an option.
Yeah.
So that has to be built into our lesson,
Yeah.
like, we can't expect them to get that practice, and I think that's where we've kind of missed the mark there too, is that has to be the foundation of our lesson.
I mean, just kind of looking at what we have there for our formative assessments, I feel like that could speak to our timeline too, like.
Yeah.
I mean, we clearly have the most stuff written under rational functions.
Which means we better spend
Okay,
a lot more than
right.
1 day on rational functions. That's a great point, is our time spent matching where the teeth of our necessities are most essential, I guess.
Did that help your guys' first unit to narrow things?
It's been really good.
Mhm.
I feel like these are pretty-
I think it's really helped us be more intentional. Because our lessons are so hefty that it really helps us prioritize. Like, I don't think we had the widgets problem planned out, but I don't think any of us got to that. Because it didn't really matter. Like, what mattered was that they could find the domain of functions.
Well, and me being new to the team this year, it's helping me a lot because then I can figure out, okay, out of this lesson, this is the idea, this is the point of this lesson, this is where I need to get to. So I think it's really good for
So it's really
somebody who's new to the team to be able to prioritize. Just by doing this ahead of time, I know, like, okay, these are the big ideas, this is where I need to get my kids to.
So if we talk PLC jargon, then that's the autonomy that teachers are wanting.
Mhm.
And Readiness allows for that autonomy
Yeah.
within their classroom and to make adjustments based on their kids.